Today's story begins with an exorcism. The girl is possessed by a demon, and his mother was outside chanting prayers. At first things went well. The critical moment. Be attached. The girl suddenly appealed to her mother outside the door for help. The priest did something strange to him. Mother protects concubine. Pushed the door open without thinking. As a result, he accidentally destroyed the priest. Boundary set. In an instant, the devil completely broke free from the shackles and manipulated the girl to prepare to jump off the building to end her life. The priest tried to save, but the devil told him, "I will definitely come back again." And then the priest's family will be taken one by one, all dragged to hell. After saying that, the girl began to bite the priest's hand frantically, and he ended up falling on the railing. Died on the spot. This is the 2019 Korean exorcism movie Transfiguration. The priest's name is Jong-ju. I usually live with my eldest brother's family. The girl died because the exorcism failed. Public opinion soon spread to the eldest brother's family. Big brothers to daughters, isolated by classmates at school. Campus forums are also overwhelming. In order to live a normal life, in desperation, they had no choice but to move. Among the two daughters, second daughter Seonju, complaining about this frustrated uncle. He doesn't believe in so-called demonic possession. Don't believe. The rumor that the girl was killed is groundless. After all, only my uncle was calling, plus a girl who can't walk normally. How could you fall off the building yourself? But my sister Shanyu's opinion is just the opposite. He believes in his uncle's character. It's not uncle's fault to believe that the exorcism failed. The sisters even quarreled over this. Then I got a new home. Everyone is busy. Only the second daughter only cares about making small talk on the phone, since my uncle lived with them before, together so. The eldest daughter plans to move uncle's things to the upstairs room too. But this was opposed by my mother. Because of mother, but I didn't plan to let this uncle move into here. They're not even allowed to talk to each other. It was the first day the family had moved in. As a result, he was knocked by his neighbor that night. The noise is distracting. Looking through the window, I can only see that someone is busy, but don't know. What is the other party busy with so late? And the other side at this time, the second daughter, Seonju, has already appeared abnormal. After dawn, the wife hung up the family photo early. And sigh, I was really lucky to get this house at a low price. And the big brother will go to work after, to make sure there is still a parking space when you come back. Youngest son, he uses his own little chair to stand in advance. Although my mother doesn't allow it, they have any connection with their uncle. But when mom wasn't paying attention, the youngest son still secretly calls his uncle. I just didn't say a few words after getting through. Screams came from the house. It turned out that the eldest daughter found out there's a dead cat hanging outside his window. After the second daughter saw this scene, he fainted directly because of fright. But luckily it's okay. The doctor's diagnosis is a precursor to a cold, and fainting may be related to moving fatigue. When I got home, the parking space at your door has been preempted. Even the chair placed by the youngest son was crushed. Seeing this scene, the big brother was very angry. So, I decided to go to the neighbor theory. It's just that he just entered the yard. I was stunned by the scene in front of me. It's not just animal bones all over the place. The weirdest thing is the face relief on the wall. The door of the room was not locked. And the scene inside is even more so that he has run out of chrysanthemums. Because the house is full of animals that have just been slaughtered, there are even crosses hanging upside down from the roof. You have to know that the inverted cross is a symbol of the devil. Plus the statue of Jesus with the severed head in front of the altar. Probably realized that this neighbor may not be normal. However, someone suddenly appeared behind him. It was a young man. Doesn't look friendly either. Originally, this trip is to find the other party's theory about the parking space, but after seeing these scenes, Big Brother only hopes to leave soon. That night, the neighbor's knocking sound sounded again. And this time it was even more intense than the day before. Even children can't stand it. Considering the various oddities of the neighbors, finally, the eldest brother chose to call the police. Facing questioning by the police, the neighbors were uncharacteristically friendly. A knock is a sound made while weaving. But the big brother can't accept this answer. Because someone got used to a dead cat in front of their window, Big Brother suspects that it must be done by the neighbors, so they urge the police. Go to the neighbor's house to have a look. Neighbors did not object. Strangely enough, after coming in, the scene you see is completely different from that in the evening. There is no lion rack in the room, no animal carcasses. The room was filled with weaving materials. Big Brother can't understand. How did the other party do it? Even the police are starting to suspect Big Brother is doing something. Finally, the police just reminded neighbors to be aware of noise at night. But no one noticed. The neighbors' eaves are already covered with crows. Church side. Because at the beginning of the film, the failed exorcism resulted in the girl's death. The guilt inside and the gossip around you make it difficult for priests to continue living here. He tried to resign from the priesthood, but the diocese refused to approve it. A friend suggested that he could try other methods, for example, applying for transfer overseas. Then the window was suddenly blown open by the wind. The cross on the bedside also fell. But he just put the cross back in its place. When I came back, I found blood dripping. At this time, it was attached to the roof. Right at the beginning of the movie, the girl who died during the ceremony, accompanied by the curse of the other party. It snowed and rained in the room. In the end, even the whole room was stained red with blood, until the other party threw himself at the priest. The priest finally woke up from his nightmare. And the other side at this time, the quilt of the second daughter of the eldest brother's house was inexplicably pulled apart. At first, I thought my brother was being naughty. When I opened my eyes, I found father stood by the bedside and also lewdly glanced at his daughter's body, although nothing else has been done since then. But the second daughter can still feel the abnormality of her father. The next day, when the eldest daughter came downstairs, discover the Chen family, the glass in Fu's father's place is cracked. And because of what happened last night, the second daughter can no longer look directly at her father. Then make breakfast. The wife ate uncharacteristically first. And then you take what you've eaten. Throw it to the youngest son. The younger son refused. He directly turned into a desktop cleaning master. Although the couple often quarreled before. But the eldest brother has never seen his wife like today. I learned that the priest has applied to be transferred overseas. The headmaster brought out a cross pendant for him. And that's when the movie starts. The relics of a girl who died during an exorcism. It turned out that a few days ago, the girl's mother came to the school to see the principal. On the one hand, the other party has forgiven the priest, failed to save his daughter. Furthermore, it is to spread rumors for him. The incident that disrupted the normal life of the priest's family. Apologize, but the priest can't forgive himself, because he can't accept it. I can't even protect a child. After get off work that day, the eldest brother saw his wife sorting out his clothes, laughing while watching TV. It was as if everything had returned to normal. Then the eldest brother asked his wife, "Why are you so angry in the morning?" But his wife has no idea what he's talking about. Because the wife went out early in the morning to ask her best friend out. And I also told my family about this in advance. Hearing this answer from my wife, Big Brother is also confused. That night, the eldest daughter is taking the shower. My sister suddenly appeared outside the bathroom door. And he said some really creepy things. Watching my sister leave. The more you think about it, the more wrong it is. So after getting dressed, I plan to come to my sister to ask. However, my sister looks innocent, claiming that he was in the room and never went out at all. And my sister also hopes my sister can stay and sleep with her tonight. Then my sister will tell me about my father's strange behavior last night. Told my sister, plus my mother's sudden irritability in the morning. They feel as if their parents have gone crazy. The result just fell. Father pushed open their door. Then he took out a utility knife from the pen holder. Sister is not good. He hurriedly pushed his father away and fled the room with his sister. Just the two of them just came out of the room. Father is already in front of you. My sister was overturned and fell unconscious on the stairs. My sister found the right time to hide in the kitchen. After, the father hurriedly dug out a hammer. It's just that he just came to the kitchen. I noticed that the eldest daughter had woken up again. After that, although my sister found the opportunity to fight but they were invincible. Critical moment. Father's voice suddenly came from downstairs. After hearing the sound, the father in front of him dropped the hammer, turned around and left here. Soon another father came from downstairs. But it looks like the other party doesn't know what just happened. Saw the hole in the door smashed by the hammer. The father thought it was caused by a fight between the two daughters. However, the next second, the wife picked up the hammer from behind. Then he started frantically returning to his family. During this period, in order to protect his daughter, the eldest brother responded to his wife's attack with his arm. Seeing family members injured, a strange smile appeared on the wife's face. Then the wife turned and walked towards a room. However, the most bizarre thing is, the other party stepped on the glass shards barefoot. Nothing happens. With the door slammed shut, another wife emerged from downstairs. Just like the big brother just now, the wife also heard movement upstairs. Just came up to take a look. Don't know what just happened. However, the strangest thing is still the wife in front. After entering the room, he disappeared out of thin air, as if there had never been such a person. From this point of view, there's already something in the house. The other party can become anyone, but it cannot appear at the same time as the deity. Father today, giving it to students. Look at the video data of your previous exorcisms. The boy in the video lost both his parents in a car accident, and the devil, the person who likes to make this life unsatisfactory, as a target for possession, especially some people who are angry. Because anger is the easiest way to paralyze reason, make people hate the gods, lose yourself. So whether it's the devil, or those with ulterior motives in real life, what they have in common, they all like to make life unsatisfactory. Angry crowds are manipulated as pawns. But no matter what the devil's purpose is, once the other party succeeds, the possessed person will only die. But the devil can stay on earth. Keep looking for your next target. It's good to call by chance after class. That is, the eldest daughter of the eldest brother's family. Because of what happened the night before, big brother hopes the brother who is a priest can come back to help. In fact, the priest has always known sister-in-law doesn't like herself. Plus the church has approved his transfer overseas. I'm leaving Korea tonight. So he politely rejected the big brother, and the eldest brother didn't force it after learning of the situation. I don't like priests the most on weekdays. The eldest brother's wife and second daughter. Now the other party is helpless. The most unacceptable thing is the two of them. After all, this move is all because of being implicated. The wife wanted to call the priest herself. Why are you embarrassed not to come back to help? But big brother can't speak. It turns out that the big brother has always known. My brother pays for the family's living expenses every month. You don't eat for free. The wife never said anything about it. I thought others didn't know. And when we lived together, the wife has never given her brother a good face. In fact, my brother has long known these things. So when I learned that my brother was going abroad tonight, he was too embarrassed to keep it. And his wife and second daughter. But now what happened last night? So they packed their bags. I planned to move elsewhere that night. Only two people just arrived at the door. The priest appeared in front of them. It turned out that just now when the parents were arguing, the eldest daughter called the priest again. and described the situation to the other party last night. Now, I see that my brother-in-law has come to help regardless of the past. The wife was so moved that she almost cried. After a detailed understanding of the situation, my brother suggested that everyone sleep together tonight. No need to place an order. At the same time, he also noticed an abnormality in his neighbor's house, then came to the door. This one not only immediately blew the smoke wind, the neighbor's door is still open by itself, as if to let him in again on purpose. It's the same as what my big brother saw when he first came here. The room is covered with crosses and animal carcasses. This is obviously an offering to the devil. Subsequently, he found a body in the next room. There are still a lot of mice gnawing on it. Until I saw the photo on the table, the priest suddenly realized. It turned out that the deceased was a neighbor man. He is also at the beginning of the film, the father of the girl who died during the ceremony. Failure not only cost girls their lives. You turn around, the demon takes on the form of the girl's mother. Then come here again. Kill the girl's father as well. Then become like him again. Judging by the degree of decay of the corpse, the neighbor man must have been dead for a long time. This means that, when my eldest brother's family first moved here, the neighbor man is already dead. Late at night, the eldest son of the eldest brother's family goes to the toilet alone. However, he just walked on the front foot. Then another one appeared. He came to the priest with a sharp knife. Then he probed wildly with a knife, but didn't really do it. And the priest was actually prepared. Even secretly took a video. Then the next morning, the video was sent to a teacher in the Philippines. See the video. Some people think transforming one's appearance is the unique skill of the devil Satan. Thought Satan was a snake in the Old Testament of the Bible. Can be used in real exorcism. The other party will appear in the image of a goat. But what the devil does best is deception. To encourage people to hate each other. Considering that I just failed once not long ago. So this ceremony, the priest hoped that the teacher would preside over it himself. In preparation, the priest was the first to notice the abnormality of the eldest daughter. So last night, the priest mixed holy water into the drinking water. The result has been until now, the eldest daughter never drank a sip of water, obviously possessed by his demons. A problem with the water has been detected. To avoid alerting the snake, the priest told the eldest brother, "Do nothing until the ceremony begins. You just look at the eldest daughter. Just don't let him leave the house." And the priest himself has to go to the airport to pick up the teacher. In fact, the priest doesn't know why. The teacher sends a message requesting that he must pick it up in person. The flight arrived at night, and the priest also successfully received the teacher. To ensure the smooth operation of the ceremony, the teacher also brought two other helpers. It's just that the teacher doesn't quite understand it. I clearly know the address, but why pick it up in person? Hear this. The priest felt bad. It turned out that the teacher never sent a message to the priest. I never said let the priest pick it up. It seems that the devil wants to weave the priest away. I want to contact my brother on the way back. The phone still has no signal. Want to hurry up. And there were crows attacking us. Finally out of control. The whole car flipped over to the hillside. This way at home, the second daughter, Cheonju, came to the basement to pick up the priest's things. And inside are crosses, statue of the Virgin. It's just that he just came down. Abnormalities appear around. The mind flashes again. Then the door of the stove opened on its own. Then the next second, there was a force that slammed him into the furnace. According to the priest's instructions, the eldest brother is specially responsible for guarding the eldest daughter, prevent the other party from leaving. Something happened in the basement. No one even noticed. Then the eldest daughter came downstairs, said he was going to open the door for his sister. Big brother thought it was the devil of Tuyama's daughter, want to take the opportunity to escape. So, he knocked his daughter unconscious, then tied it to the bed. Soon the priest woke up. But the teacher and two other helpers are still unconscious. Just wait until the early morning. The priest finally made it home. The teacher was seriously injured in a car accident because of the last failure and completely lost confidence. So the priest suggested it is better to postpone the exorcism. However, the eldest brother is worried. Daughters may not last that long. Big brother feels that even if the teacher is not there, the exorcism ritual is for the younger brother. Not a problem at all. But what the big brother doesn't know is, overcoming psychological shadows is not as simple as you think. Before the official start, the priest reminds the eldest brother and sister-in-law, demons are best at camouflage. So later, no matter how pitiful your daughter may be, you must not be soft-hearted. The so-called exorcism ritual actually is to place the cross on the chest of the eldest daughter, then use the branches soaked in holy water. He kept beating. The other side of this moment, rescue teams have arrived at the scene of the crash. The 3 teachers in the car are still in a coma. However, it was soon discovered that the traveling priest is also unconscious nearby. It looks like he didn't go very far after getting off the bus. Right there. This means that it is the real devil who exorcises demons at home at this time. Pretty soon, the eldest daughter of the eldest brother was drawn to the skin for meat war. Big brother believes it, but the wife can't stand it. Interrupted the continuation of the ceremony, under the spell of the devil. What the eldest brother saw was his wife interrupting the ceremony. I heard my wife laughing at me for being a piece of crap. You hurry up and put this. Under anger, he got up and went over and choked his wife. Then the two scuffled. Seeing that Jongju's family was made into what they are now, the devil who became a priest almost laughed out loud. And then there was a scream. Instantly engulfed by a cold breath. Until this moment, the big brother finally realized the priest in front of him is not his younger brother, and the missing items in the room. It also revealed his true appearance. It turns out that these are all tricks made by the devil, just like before he took the police. The same as the time I went to the neighbor's house. Find yourself cheated. The big brother rushed towards the devil in anger. As a result, the other party just waved his hand lightly. He was instantly slapped aside. Didn't take away a cloud. Find yourself clearly no match. The eldest brother told the younger son to run away quickly. At this time, it is said that the devil of the priest did not chase after him, but rather unhurriedly. A piece of debris was picked up on the ground. Just as he was about to stab it into the river, the real priest finally made it back. Then the devil is at the prayer of the priest, instantly turned into a wisp of black smoke. The scene in front of him made the priest feel distressed, but the tragedy is much more than that. The runaway young son is underground. The body of the second daughter, Salted Pig, was found in the room, and the eldest daughter just followed. The priest saw through the devil's trick. Originally, the priest wanted to drive away the devil through prayer. As a result, the other party is not only not afraid, and I prayed with him. Then the devil pushed the priest down. The big dove dug out a bottle in the priest's things. Holy water. Although the holy water did buy a lot of time, but conventional methods have never been able to control the devil. I watched my big brother being ravaged by madness. The priest realized that if he wanted to put an end to this, someone has to die. So, he took off the cross. Attract the devil into your body. This moment, he tried almost as hard as he could to barely trap the demon. Here's what we're going to do. Just ask Big Brother to help. Put the cross into his body. But the Big Brother can't do it for a long time. In the end, the priest did it all himself. The eldest brother came out of the basement with the younger son. The eldest daughter and wife are alright. Only the second daughter of the family, the salted pig, was burned to death. The devil was out to get revenge on the priest. We'll find the eldest brother and his family. Now, in order to put this matter to rest, the priest had to sacrifice himself. So far, the plot part of the transformation of the film is over. I was looking through the movie reviews. Occasionally, I still see some netizens puzzled. Why haven't you moved when something strange happened? Of course, friends who often watch my videos must know the original. In general film and television works, demons are different from ghosts. Ghosts are the product of death. But demons are almost as famous as gods. In the film, the devil once told the priest he appeared even before God. Ghosts may die because of the king, and lingered near the place of death. And they create haunted houses. And there are more complex legends about demons. Some say the devil is betting with God. There are also rumors that demons want to invade the world. I want to turn the world into hell. But anyway, the devil's target is always humanity itself. So, when you are haunted by demons, experts are useless. At the beginning of the film, the eldest brother and his family changed to a new house, but the cause of the disaster was not the house. They're not neighbors, but because the priest failed to exorcise. Revenge from the devil. But the failure of the exorcism can't be entirely blamed on the priest. More importantly, the devil is too cunning. The girl's mother was cheated, just rushed into the room and broke the enchantment. Someone in the film said, demons are not just good at transformation, and it's also good at making people hate each other. In fact, in my opinion, demons don't allow hatred to arise out of thin air, but the original contradiction can be magnified. Like the brother of a priest. Although I have been living with my oldest brother's family before, it's also very harmonious on the surface, but only the eldest daughter and youngest son like him, so it's the two of them every time. Unsolicited call to the priest. Second daughter hide-and-seek once. Puberty. Doesn't seem friendly to anyone, although the relationship between the eldest brother and his wife is okay on the surface. But here's something, big brother can only turn a blind eye. And then there's this. The wife didn't like this little comb in the first place, so even if the other party pays monthly, he is still cold-eyed. And here's one thing that comes to mind. It's about human relationships. It's really hard to balance. For example, sister-in-law hates small combs. The atmosphere will be a little awkward, but if my sister-in-law likes a small comb, that would be even more embarrassing. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for insisting on seeing now. Like my content, like and follow. I can get more people to notice me. If you have a different opinion, you are also welcome to participate in the discussion in the comment area. Thank you for your support. See you next time.